This week, we are taking you along on a little adventure to a place we've wanted to go since we moved here to West Virginia. But first, a quick introduction in case you're new around here. Hi there, we're Matt and Stacy. We recently bought an off-grid property in beautiful West Virginia. We've been busy making this property our own little slice of paradise, adding in a few modern conveniences, having fun learning all of the construction trades, and converting a pole barn into our future home. This channel is about my passion for painting with a torch and wax, and about our passion for adventure and taking risks. Consider subscribing and join this creative community. And don't forget, hit that thumbs up button if you're enjoying the video. We are headed to the Dolly Sods Wilderness area in the hopes of some quiet off-grid camping, some beautiful scenery, and lots of hiking. As we climbed in elevation, it also got a bit chillier and a bit foggier. And as you're about to see in this video, it was a gorgeous area. However, we did come across a few mishaps. The first one being about an hour into the trip, we had realized that we had no cash, and the campground we're staying at is a first come, first serve basis, and is a fee station which requires cash. So about an hour delay, we got in a bit late and a bit of a foggy, dark area. So I'll pick you back up in the morning. Good morning from Red Creek Campground. This is site number 9, and there are just a few spots at the Red Creek Campground that you can fit in a travel trailer or somewhat of a larger rig other than a tent. Site number 9, 10, 11, and 12. And if we had to choose, we would pick 11 or 12, but all of those other spots were full. Luckily, site number 9 was open. You can see there is a fire ring here, but most of the time when we were here, it was a bit soggy and underwater. But it's a nice big campsite and a beautiful area. We decided to have a slower start to the morning as the rain has started to come down. So I got out our Omni oven and I'm cooking over the gas stove in this little oven. It's a wonderful thing. If you haven't heard of it, definitely look it up. If I think about it, I'll leave a link down below.
Hey, what's for breakfast?
Yummy goodness. I hope yummy goodness.
It's steaming.
Since the rain seemed to be picking up a bit, we decided to head over to Smoke Hole Caverns, and we did a tour of the caverns. It's a guided tour, well worth the time, and especially if it's raining, to dodge some raindrops. With the hopes that the raindrops were going to let up, we decided to try our hand at some hiking. Pancake Rock Trail, we think. Cave exploring, anyone? And I would be videoing more of this, but I'm really just watching where I'm going.
Here, you can pass the phone. Flip it around. Oh, hey, it's Stacy in the woods.
In the woods.
Inspiration, folks. Inspiration. Here she comes.
Oh, I see I've messed up feet.
A little
already.
light-footed. I don't think she's gonna go in here though. Although there's an entrance through there. Never know, fairies might be over there.
You never know.
All right. Here's our trail, we think. On the rocks. We think this way. Need a machete.
Had to show you how cool these look. You can see those little trees there popping up from the vine.
Side view here from the forest floor. That's so cool. It's the start of a new forest, and they all run along that one line in there.
Pancake Rock. Here we are. Rather fogged in though.
Look at that view.
It's out there somewhere.
I should mention that Pancake Rock, I don't believe, is technically in Dolly Sods. At least it wasn't part of the trail map. But from there, we did head over to a place that is in Dolly Sods,
Bear Rocks Preserve. And as you can see, it's still quite foggy out. There's a view somewhere out there. We've also purchased hats, and I purchased some gloves because it's a little chilly out. But hoping the weather will clear while we're here in the 4 days that we're here. If not, we're just going to hike in the fog.
Good morning. Another bit of a wet and foggy start.
Getting ready to hike in the fog.
Yay.
But this is the Rarborough Trail. I think I'm pronouncing that right. In Dolly Sods, of course. And it is a beautiful trail. It's an out and back trail. And you'll see coming up here shortly, we have a little bit of a change of plans. But let me just take you along on the hike first.
Bit muddy. We're trying to stay high, keep dry feet.
And just like that, the sun has come out. One of the things we have noticed about Dolly Sods is that there's so much different terrain. This is all still the same exact trail, but look at the terrain difference between the first couple videos and this one. And here we are at our first river crossing.
First little ledge we get to, just in time for the earlier fog to disappear. Gorgeous.
Look what, guys, the fog has cleared. It was worth it treading through all of the river crossings and the muddiness. I only fell once, and look at this view. I'm gonna flip you around so you're not staring at us.
This seemed like the perfect spot to grab a quick little snack/lunch before we continued on down the trail. And about here is where a few things went wrong. Well, one thing really. I slipped and fell into this river crossing. Luckily, the sun was still out, so I was able to draw out a bit, but things were quite wet. So we decided to take a detour and not do the out and back here. It was still a beautiful loop area, and I'm actually glad we got to see a few different sites rather than just heading straight back. Caught in one more last view of the area before we headed back, and here is the state of the camper. Lots of things hanging up and drying out. We'll see you in the morning.
Good morning. Sun is out today, and we are about to head down Bear Rocks Trail, and you're coming with us.
About a mile into this trail, we realized there was another river crossing, and this one was a bit bigger, slightly deeper, and I just wasn't feeling up to taking the risk because we were just barely into the hike. So we kind of backtracked just a bit and decided to take the Dobbin Grade Trail. And we were warned that this was very boggy, soggy area and to not do this trail. However, we thought, why not try it? Might be better than the river crossing. We were soon to find out it was not, although it was a absolutely gorgeous trail.
I think we timed the color right.
Yeah, quite gorgeous out.
Feet definitely were soaked. We also learned at Dolly Sods we need to start carrying water shoes for river crossing. So the whole thing wasn't a complete waste. We definitely walked away from these trails and this trip knowing that we will be back, but we will be bringing proper water shoes, not just hiking boots. Hiking boots get a little bit sloshy and heavy to hike in about 8 miles. Found a good place to stop, have some lunch, maybe dry our feet just a bit. And look, they made a little stone seat. Isn't that cute?
Found a great little campfire place. Even has some benches and a Stacy. And we are in the middle of the wilderness. Nothing around but peaks and valleys. And more peaks and valleys. Some trees. And a campfire again. If I take a video like this, does it make me a leaf peeper? Look at these colors. Fantastico. Doesn't hurt that we're in the middle of nowhere. Let me zoom out for you.
Hey, believe it or not, I believe this is a trail here. Long pants are nice to have in this situation. That's a little berries though. Look at those.
Berries bring bears.
Hey bear.
Hey bear. Believe it or not, there's a trail here. I'll try not to trip, but I'm just following my trail lead. There's sort of a trail. Fearless leader. Hey, you got the pines with you.
I just wanted to let you know that we did veer off of the Dobbins Grade Trail and we are now on the Alder Trail. We kind of climbed up to that campsite to this trail and decided to stay on higher ground to finish this hike. And we actually got to Bear Rocks Preserve that from that very first day when it was all fogged in. Here is what the view should have looked like. Or maybe not should have looked like, but here's what the view looks like when it's not foggy out.
Bear Rocks Preserve, not in the fog.
I knew there was a view out there.
We headed back to camp, had some fajitas for dinner, and as the clouds rolled in and the rain started up again, we decided that we were probably going to this would be our last night here in Dolly Sods. We decided to head home the next morning and just, try to stay a bit drier perhaps. But we will definitely be back to this area. It is stunning.
Leaving the campground, kind of like how we came into the campground, in a bit of fog. I guess it's more than a bit of fog.
Going to just leave you with a few last minute scenes from Dolly Sods. If you're ever in the area, I highly recommend coming, even if you just drive up to Bear Rocks Preserve and take in the sights and sounds. It is gorgeous. Hope you enjoyed coming along. Give the video a thumbs up if you did. Truly does help me out. As always, thanks so very much for following along and watching. We'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.